think I finally got like the balance that I need to be like, nah, fuck that, nigga. Like, just do this because if there ever is another one, you Lil Wayne, them niggas just don't know. I'm next Lil Wayne. On God. On God.
You got like 50 projects out, bro. Like, that shit is unbelievable, family.
I know, I'm fucking fortunate as fuck to be able to do that, though. You know, because I be thinking about, like, oh, damn, you don't got no hits. Like, yeah, but fucking Whoop-de-Whoop can't drop 36 albums, nigga.
I swear, like, it's just, this is for the quality. It's quality. It's quality.
I appreciate that. I appreciate
You mean, you stay solid. Niggas can't do that shit, bro.
Every time Montage sends me some shit that you own or you doing, I'm like, yo, this nigga's going up, nigga. Bro, your shit is heat, bro. You be gassing, bro. You be going to take off.
Every time you send me, like, I'm about to say, he sent me a I was sitting before, like, right when we on drive.
How you feeling?
I'm about to have to play some beats.
Montage, you a fool, boy.
The first episode of the Money Montage Show, or whatever I end up naming this shit, but it's only right we got my dog Chuuwee in here for the first episode of this shit. 100% got hella cool shit to ask my dog, because the way that we met is kind of different, bro. The thing about us is, like, I've known you for hella long, and like, as I got to know you more in real life, I just started to learn hella shit that I never knew. Because if you remember when we first started to kick it, bro, like, you already know that I started working with you like 2014, 15-ish or whatever. So, like, everything I knew you for from, like, was everything we did together forward. So, like, everything else, like, really didn't exist to me. So then as I'm around you and people are telling me what they like you for, and then I'm hearing all the other shit you did and made, just hella information, bro. But just wanna give you your flowers for sure, cause you know you my guy. You're one of the most talented rappers in the motherfucking game, underground GOAT, and you've been killing it for hella long. But we gonna go through your whole story, and we definitely gonna talk about fucking the whole Sabbath trilogy and the fucking new album we just dropped. The motherfucking, you know, more cho, more woes. We gonna talk about everything, bro. But since it's the first episode and I got hella good ass questions to ask you and shit, we just gonna get right to it, bro. So,
yes, sir.
During your motherfucking beginning, right? Like, I've had niggas come up to me and mention different songs you did in your past that made waves, whether it's Postmortem or Pimp My Ride and shit. And those are two songs I would have never even knew until other niggas told me, because we been around each other in real life type shit. You feel what I'm saying? So I know you told me a little bit of how you got signed to Amalgam and all of those records. So tell me about the time basically leading up to you signing with Amalgam or meeting them, or, you know, that whole era. That's about probably like 2010, right?
I think it is 2010. Yeah, it's like probably like 2010, late 2011, possibly. I used to go do random shit. Like, I would drive to a college and shit and perform at a little fucking nothing. Like, we had a homegirl that went to San Francisco State, and I would go perform at their shit, and we would stop in Berkeley. Like, I would literally just go anywhere they would allow niggas to rap. And so I went to what was supposed to be a cypher in fucking Chico, California. And when I get there, it's literally just like a bunch of niggas. It was this dude that fucking he played music on the Chico radio station for Chico State. And we get to this nigga's crib, and it's literally just a bunch of niggas in the DJ's fucking kitchen. And like, I fucking iconicized the term burnt mission, because I would always have somebody taking me somewhere. I'm like, nigga, this is very much possibly a burnt mission. Yeah. Everywhere we went was a fucking burnt mission. So we pulled up to this nigga's crib. Niggas is just in the kitchen rapping. I'm like, all right, well, fuck it, nigga, we here. So I kick a couple rhymes and shit. And little did I know, there was this dude in the crowd named Fesrock. And some time went by, nigga, like hella time went by, probably like 5 or 6 months. I end up going down to San Diego. I get a fucking phone call randomly from a fucking Boston number, and it's fucking DJ Next from Amalgam. He's like, oh, hey, man, you know, my homie been telling me about you, this, that, and the third. I want to talk to you about managing you.
Yeah.
And then, like, yeah, when he told me who it was and how it was that he heard of me, it was because the Fest Rock dude was in the fucking He was in the kitchen fucking rapping with us, and he called that nigga like a couple weeks later and was like, "Bro, you gotta check this nigga out. He's super dope."
So, what would you say the experience was like? I was about to like share your Wikipedia page and shit, but now I got to get my browser permission. So, I got like screen sharing, like pics and vids we gonna go through and shit too, but I could fix that shit when we take a break. But what was the experience like during the time you were signed to them? Was this like 1 or 2 years?
This was a
Or was
long
it
ass
more?
time.
It
This
was
was a
more
long.
because like that's what I'm saying. Researching you and then what other people say. It's like you tell me about the amalgam times, and then other people have mentioned songs from that era, and then like online, there's like there's traces, but I didn't see it in real time. But like when you Google you and look you up on
Yeah,
Wikipedia, it
it's
basically
all
goes
over the
from the
place.
amalgam stuff like straight to AMB1.
Right. So because the amalgam stuff was supposed to be 3 to 5 years of management,
Uh-huh.
and the amalgam stuff turned into like 10 years because 3 years went by, I think it was, and then when it was time for me to fucking opt out, I opted out, and the nigga said no, and then he was like, "Oh, you owe me money, etc., etc." Fucking I've gone broke 4 times. I
Yeah.
went broke because I was sitting up there trying to fucking pay lawyers and shit to get me out my contract, and then I got a funny ass story about his lawyer too. Ultimately, I ended up having to just wait that shit out, and I refused to give this nigga any projects. And then, so when it came time for it to fucking like absolve itself, this nigga started doing some more shady shit, and I was like, okay, fuck it, look, nigga, I'll just give you these 2 albums if you leave me the fuck alone. But all of until that point, all of it until it got sour, that shit was very pivotal. It was hella pivotal because I started rapping in the era of the fucking downloads. I started when you had to get 1 million downloads to get $1,000.
Yeah.
So all up until that point, it was cool because I was traveling all the fucking time, and then the thing is they wasn't paying for it because I had met some random ass fucking dude from Virginia. And this nigga came out to Sacramento. All this shit happened at the same time. It was hella weird. This nigga came out to Sac and he's like, "I want to pay you for an album." And I'm like, "Oh, okay, what's up, nigga? Like, how much you rocking with?" This nigga ended up giving me like 5 bands. I bought a laptop and shit and a studio setup so I could record from home. Um, that nigga used to pay for me to travel everywhere. Like he would literally just book flights. So I was going to Atlanta, I'm going to A3C. Like I was really making hella extra major moves and I wasn't even clearly aware of it.
Yeah.
I had a fucking silent investor and then I had an ex industry tycoon as my fucking manager.
Shit, so here goes the timeline, bro. Niggas see online. It say you was signed by. Is this the nigga? Who is this nigga, bro? I mean, I looked him up, but
Yeah,
I
he
ain't
used
getting
to
no
go by
fucking info.
DJ Next, and so his name
Mm.
I forget what that type of fucking I forget what that type of play on words is, but that says NEXT. Yeah, yeah. He one of them kind of niggas. I'm
bro,
dumbass weak, bro.
bro,
I'm
bro,
dead. Bro fell
stop,
out
bro,
laughing. Bro fell
bro,
the fuck out laughing.
stop, bro.
No,
Yo,
no, no. You want no. So look, you want to hear something funny? You want to hear something hella funny? So he tried to rap one time. He dropped the album, and he hired somebody to do like some type of vibrational shit to where when you heard the album, like you had no choice but to like it. And nigga, nobody still liked it.
see, that's why I can't move on from that
Yeah,
nigga.
that's
Move
my
on
dog
from
though. That's my dude.
yeah.
I wanted to fuck him up when we was beefing, but I just seen that nigga. I seen that nigga the same time I seen him at the airport. The same time I seen Triz. We had a show somewhere in the tip of fucking Michigan, somewhere like off in the cuts, and I seen that nigga at the airport. I'm walking and shit. I turn around. I'm like, nigga, is that DJ Next? And he's like, oh yeah, I was on the plane with you. And I'm like, nigga, you was in Sac and you ain't say nothing.
This shit said after hearing the track post mortem, he was like, "Let me sign, dude." That's what you spit for him when you seen him.
Nah, so I didn't see that nigga. One of his partners was in that kitchen at the fucking DJ's house, and he called that nigga and told him to check out my shit. And I guess that's the song he checked out.
Okay, bet that was the one. Yeah, I wonder if you could hear this shit. You can hear this shit. We probably
What's up with all this boredom? You fresh to death on post mortem. That's in Sac. That area is called Heaven.
yeah. If I play too much audio, niggas probably get copyrighted by YouTube and shit. So Yeah, well, what was you on in life at this point, bro? Because this is like you a chubby nigga, low key. This is well, not even
That's
not
so
even
funny.
as not even necessarily. You just low key look like you got a fatter face, my boy.
I was working at fucking Target. I was going to City College. No, I was going to culinary school at this time. I was going to culinary school. I was fucking working at Target, and my partner, he do this shit called martial arts tricking. He like hella famous for it. You know, when niggas be like doing the karate shit and cutting the
Oh,
flips and
okay,
shit.
yeah,
He
yeah, yeah.
does that, and he's hella famous for it. And so one time we was just kicking it with him, and he was shooting a reel. And this is way before Instagram. This is not that kind of reel. Like he was shooting a fucking video portfolio and shit, so he could upload it for some sponsors. And nigga, we was over there smoking, and I asked his partner, I'm like, hey, can you pull your camera out real quick? And he was like, oh yeah, you want to shoot some shit? And so nigga, I pioneered my first ever one shot take. I didn't even realize what I was doing, but I just told that nigga, I'm like, I'm just finna rap, nigga, just follow me.
Do you
Fucking
know the nigga who re-uploaded this?
no, that's the nigga that's him. That's the nigga that shot it.
Oh, okay, okay. So yeah. Oh, bet. So niggas just shot it 14 years
Yeah,
ago or whatever.
yeah.
And this is the original version. Cause I was about to say, you know how niggas be re-uploading shit and getting
Oh
like
no,
a
yeah,
half
no,
a million views on our shit.
this the first drop.
Oh, okay.
Also too, Talib Kweli, he launched a website for Year of the Blacksmith. It's called his record label is called Year of the Blacksmith, some shit like that. He launched a website called yearoftheblacksmith.com. I submitted the fucking song to the website. The song got picked up to be on the fucking website's mixtape, and then I got invited to fucking New York to perform at SOBs, but I ain't had no money and I was too young to get into the fucking club, so I couldn't go. And like, yeah, I culminated that video with the release of that song. Like, that was my first big like marketing push, and then that's why that shit exploded the way it did.
The Pimp My Ride joint is on the Amalgam page now. When
Yeah.
we had that show in Sac, I believe now, this is when that nigga who came in and gave everybody the sack of weed, this is when this nigga was telling me, this is when this nigga was in my ear telling me like, yo, that nigga Chuuwee need to get back on that Pimp My Ride shit. And I'm just like, bro, I never even heard that shit, bro. Like, you tripping right now. I'm not even
Yeah,
gonna
no,
lie
that dude
to you.
was a tweaker. Cause first off, nigga, we had an album release party, nigga. Like,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
not performing any of that stuff, big dog.
no cap. But I say that to say, now this song, this is like during your initial push from Amalgam type shit. This is what space are you in here? Because I see this is a little bit later.
What year is this? I
Oh,
think
I
this
think
is me
I'm
trying to
going
get out
on.
of contract. This was the last album that I owed them because I moved to San Diego. I was down there thugging it, trying to figure out how I was gonna get it. Uh, I was doing shows and shit. And then like, yeah, no, I think around this time is when I was cordial enough to be like, okay, look, nigga, look, why don't we just do this?
All right, so this says 2014. So this is the initial drop too, right?
Okay, yes, that's definitely because the following year I went to Europe, so that was me getting out of contract.
Yeah. So now this is where our timelines, start getting interesting because this is when I start to know you. You know what I'm saying? So around this time, 2014, so we probably got a couple songs together, maybe one or two ever came out, and maybe I might have, because I remember I got you on a feature on some shit with Dave East at one point, and then we had an
Yeah.
unreleased folder for a while, and then like they started dropping type shit around 2014. I believe I'm in fucking college in New York. I just started college, and I don't have too many placements yet. I believe I'm working with Sue Surf out of Jersey. I'm working with niggas like you. I'm working with probably like, I believe I had a joint with Starlito. I
Oh,
had
that's tight.
I was coming up on like my earliest placements type shit, but me and Coop was producing for McFly too at one point. And Coop used to always be on like Two Dope Boys and shit like that. And
Hmm.
since I'm mentioning Coop, I might as well pull up one of the other pictures because this nigga's right here. Cause this nigga's right here now. This is during one of our first links, probably. I don't know if it's the first one, but you able to see the flick and shit, right?
Yeah, I think my screen is covering niggas' faces, but I can see the picture though.
Yeah. So this nigga Coop is in the far right type shit. This
Okay,
nigga
yeah,
Chewy.
my screen covering his face.
Let me see if I can
I
move it
can see
over
that
for
nigga's
you.
hand though.
Can you see him now?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. So now
My nigga Rich Icy.
that's a fact. So this is niggas is still in New York. I'm pulling up just to get work in and to go to studios and shit. You feel what I'm saying? This nigga
Yeah,
Coop, the nigga here. Now he's the initial nigga that told me about you type shit. So
word.
in this instance, bro. He's telling me that you fire because he's always on Two Dope Boys and all the blogs and shit. We end
Uh-huh.
up making a few songs and shit, and maybe even me and fucking Coop end up like trying to make shit for you, etc.
Mhm.
I seen a nigga, I believe I told you this before, but I seen a nigga in college, bro. Some white kid. He was just interested in the fact that I made beats, and I told him the few people I produced for and shit, and you might have been like the third or fourth name, and I didn't expect this nigga to know you. But this nigga was like, "You produced for Chewy?" Like I named the other niggas I just named before you, and then I was like, "Yeah, Chewy." He was like, Chewy, this is in New York, bro. And I'm
Yeah.
in fucking I'm in fucking Albany, bro. And I went to like Albany for a couple years. So I don't know where this white nigga was from, but it definitely wasn't the West Coast, bro. So he's telling me OD how much he fucks with your shit. And I'm just like, that's crazy as fuck. So yeah, from that day, our relationship continues and shit. And I believe at the moment in this motherfucking photo right here, big dog, you had told like me and Rich that we was about to be the next 808 Mafia and shit. Too bad everybody
Yeah.
else fucking gave up on me, dog. It's like I'm the only nigga still here. Bro, that nigga Rich told me one day, dog, because I used to be on his ass like, nigga, why you ain't making as many beats as me? That nigga told me one day straight up, like, bro, you just wanted more. I said, say no more, bro.
I feel that
I've
for
never,
real.
I've never heard a nigga say nothing more real, bro. That's why that nigga will forever be my dog.
Uh,
No cap.
Nigga, I'm not gonna lie. When I first started working with y'all, I was like, oh man, like I can't afford these niggas. Like they're gonna want hell of money for these motherfucking beats, nigga. These niggas are crazy. And then yeah, I'm like, fuck it. I know how you send out like the big ass beat packs to niggas, and so like I was sitting in the crib one day, and fucking one of the beats come on YouTube, and I'm like, wait, what? And I look, I'm like, how the fuck Fat Truck get my beats? I'm like, oh yeah, no. I'm like, man, these things gonna be expensive. I'm like, I ain't got no fucking Fat Trail money.
Bro, the thing about that Fat Trail song, bro, niggas did the song, they sent me the MP3, bro, and then niggas shot a video and sent me the link to it on Vimeo, bro, and never put it on YouTube, bro. So like after a few months, I'm just like, all right, I'll put it up. And then I put it up and niggas made a few $100 type shit because it got a decent amount of views. But it was just like, all right, like niggas just gave me the vid, I guess, because they're not gonna put it up.
Like, hey, here you go, bro. You do what you want to do with this.
Yeah, that shit was nuts, bro. And them niggas done ass. I got paid a few hundred off of it because that shit was doing well on Spotify and the tube. No cap. But yeah, niggas started running it up with the placements. And then you specifically, you done had so many different runs. That's why the conversation started off with just saying like I didn't know so much shit happened before like I linked you, and then like even during the time we cooking shit, like probably from if we started working in like 2014-ish, bro, probably for the next 5 years, bro, I'm so focused on like trying to get my own beats to niggas, bro, that I'm not even all the way paying attention to the intricacies of your solo career type shit. And I
Mhm.
told you that as we started cooling because you and Triz was making so much shit together throughout the time that we started working that it was so easy to associate y'all without realizing how much other shit you've done on your own, bro. So it's like before and after and during, you've had projects and songs and features that have gone crazy in like multiple different genres. So how do you personally feel about your versatility?
Part of why most of my association is for the AMB shit is because I dropped it. I made that shit because I was literally unable to release music. The nigga was fucking the DJ next dude, he cease and desisted my Bandcamp and shit. Bandcamp told me personally in the email, nigga, you can't have a Bandcamp. Uh, so that's probably most likely why all of my shit and isn't necessarily like out front and open. Because then too, I wasn't really talking about a lot of that shit either, just because it was so fucking defeating. I was just trying to move past that shit. But I specifically was trying to be versatile my entire fucking career, because one time I was talking to my mom when I was a kid, and she was like, "You can't please everybody." And I don't know why. I was like, "Yes, the fuck you can." I was like, "I'll do it, nigga. I'll do everything." And then too, when I was in 7th grade, she used to be like she don't like Fabulous, and so she like, this nigga rap exactly the same on everything. Like she was like, you can take any verse and put it on any beat. This nigga sounds exactly the same every time. She was like, I hate that shit. That shit's trash. So that's why my delivery is always different. My tone, everything always changes, because she like personally taught me that shit. She was like, nigga, every song you're not gonna feel the same, and if you do, nigga, you're fucking robotic.
Nah, real shit. Definitely good advice. You know, I fuck with MC Red. But aside from that, bro, it's like all these different songs you have in all these different genres. It's like we could pull up the list and go through the storyline of hell of these shits, bro. It's like I feel like I need to share my screen again and just get a story on some of your biggest songs. So people could know type shit. And we need to check out your fucking Forbes interview, because we've heard you mention that a couple times on Wax, and you said that you were definitely doing, some big shit that you didn't realize you were doing when you were, signed to Amalgam, and you had that management and you had that push. So it's like, brother, let's see, are you able to see it?
Yes, sir.
Now, during this time, you were happy with the deal.
Yeah, because
So
like
how
yeah,
long did it take to go sour?
it was sour the whole time, but I did what I wanted to do with it. You know what I mean? I wanted to get traction. I wanted people to know who the fuck I was. I wanted to put myself in the right position to where I could start trying to actually like be a musical fucking artist, and that's what I was able to do.
Yeah.
And like yeah, this shit came about because so we're at South by Southwest. We're kicking it with I can't remember his fucking name, but he's a super famous ass videographer now. We kicking it with him, and we shooting and shit, shooting videos, shooting random content. We're sitting in the trailer, and then nigga walks in, and he's like, whoop de whoop is so and so from Forbes wants to interview you. And I'm like, what? Like, yeah, they're doing this little thing. It's a South by Southwest thing. They want to interview you. And so like, yeah, nigga, I walked out, popped out. That nigga was standing there. I thought that shit was crazy too, because the song that I'm rapping in the beginning, I wrote that shit like 5 years before this happened.
Okay.
So I thought that shit was hella crazy, nigga. What
Nah,
I'm kicking finna get me on the back and forwards.
no cap. You've been on so many different platforms, brother. Been on so many different shits, from this to, the recent TV shit you just did that you got on the gram. That shit is pinned. That Cypher shit was fire. And I told you when I seen the fucking Thizzler Cypher pop up on
Yeah.
my YouTube. I'm like, because I don't know what was going on, but I was just somewhere, bro. Probably like, I don't know if I was in Miami or something, but the TV was on, and like the Thizzler Cyphers came on, and you was like the best of maybe 2018 or something. You was first in that shit. And I was like, hold on, this nigga Chuuwee just snapped on this shit. And I believe my family was around too. I was like, oh, you just heard this nigga Chuuwee snap on this shit? But yeah. Yeah, what was you on during that time? I've asked you about this personally, but you could tell the people.
The Dizzler Cypher. So that shit was lit, because that was when I was nigga, that was my fucking my second generation of getting money, nigga. I was getting to it, nigga. I was doing my fucking thing, and that shit was hella funny to me, because I always have some controversial fucking story. The motherfuckers have never posted me ever in their life on their website. And so I said that shit in the verse. And the niggas say, shit, they looking around and shit. The niggas walked up like, we posted you. We posted you. I'm like, you ain't never posted me, big dog. We posted you. We did. Nigga, I pulled the phone out. Nigga, I Googled that shit. I'm like, you ain't never posted me, dog. This nigga, man, here, look, take the email to this nigga, give me all the contact and shit. Fast forward, nigga, they still have never posted me. But yeah,
I'm
no,
trying to think.
that wave right there was sick as hell because I finally got to see Mr. Fab again because he invited me to his birthday party when he had a birthday party one time and Talib Kweli came and then so he invited me and I went and I told Talib Kweli thank you for putting my shit on the mixtape and that was another full circle culmination of running into Mr. Fab because I was in a way different place than when I had first seen him. And
Yeah,
then
I ain't
like yeah,
caught.
see that nigga was over there smiling and shit. I'm like yeah, nigga, yeah, nigga, I'm killing shit, nigga, yeah, nigga, yeah.
Okay, so I think after you said that in the cipher, it worked because it looked like they posted you 3 times in 2019.
Okay, well I
They.
wasn't tagged in that shit. I never seen it. Yeah,
Oh shit, you funny as hell. No, I'm
I
not.
never saw that.
Oh shit, you funny as hell. No, hold you that one time. Who posted us that you didn't remember posted us? Was it fucking damn, I can't remember. It was one site. It was the one where the Asian chick be posting niggas, but I can't remember.
I remember fucking what's their name? What the fuck is that YouTube page? I can't. What the fuck is their name? It's not Ear Milk. One of them big ass YouTube pages. I remember we got a premiere with them niggas, and they gonna come dropping that shit at 4 in the morning and did tag me.
And you
Like,
know,
man, what the fuck going on, nigga? Then they just like spilled all kind of fucking tweets on top of it the next morning.
this shit's crazy, dog. This shit is fucking wild. I'm about to share my screen again, dog, and then we could go through some of your biggest songs and you could give me a little story behind these shits. Right now, Orange Dreamer been going up, but that's more so a feature. Like, what's with that song? I done bumped it a few times. I know that's with A-Wing from overseas.
Yeah. Shout out to Shuko because I met him because I have a song on Better Call Saul. I was working with a fucking publishing company, and I have like 2 or 3 songs on fucking on like Jansport commercials and shit. And I can't remember which ones he produced, but I met this dude named Shuko out of Germany, and this nigga he produces for I think dude's name is Crow. He produces for like this big ass underground rapper out there more full circle shit just randomly because like the nigga was hounding me. He like, I'm trying to work with you. I'm trying to work with you. And I
Yeah.
was in fucking Germany and I'm telling the niggas I'm with, I'm like, do y'all know who Shuko is? And they're like, shit. Like, yeah, nigga, like he want to work with you. I'm like, yeah, that nigga been trying to email me. I ain't been hitting him back. And they're like, oh, you tweaking. You need to hit that nigga back. So I hit him back. I've been working with that nigga for like damn near fucking like 12, 13 fucking years or something now.
Yeah. Yeah, I
A
got it.
Wing heard me from working with him, and then she's like, "Oh, I want to work with him." So that nigga just hit me up, be like, "Yo, I got a song for you. She's a pretty dope singer. Like, let me know if you'd be interested in doing this."
100%. Yeah, I got a few jams that I done heard for sure. Shuko and A-Wing definitely sound talented. So what's with That's All? That's new, and that was just on the fucking the spot.
Really?
That was just on the Spotify playlist, the indie playlist. So that's another big one. That's what I'm saying, bro. It's like you do a lot of big shit. And I was on a Spotify playlist just a few months ago. I gotta make more, but you've been on hella them shits. Them shits be hella hard for me to get onto for whatever reason, dog. My percentage not high enough.
Yeah, nigga. Every time I look up, it'd be a random ass one. That's all is hella old. Like
Yeah.
I'm talking about like hella old, nigga. Like that shit is from like 2000 fucking 10 or 11 or something. Like that shit is ancient. I can't even remember when or how he sent it to me. And then he hit me up a couple times last year because he got me on some new shit last year. And I thought I killed the shit. And he was like, oh, can you do, these things different? And I'm like, man, like you he got the files, man. Like you can just do that shit. So then he hit me up again and he's like, yo, I got this song because I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I didn't even know what the fuck song he was talking about until it came out. Like I'm thinking he was talking about the new shit because I sent him the wrong lyrics and all kind of shit. I didn't even know what the fuck he was talking about. Then I heard it and I'm like, oh wow, okay, I remember this, I guess.
So Nothing at All is one of your most streamed joints from the AMB series. Now, what's special about this song? Schoolie 300 is from where? I believe I Googled him one
From
time, but
Hawthorne.
now I'm getting my timelines confused. So
He from
was he
Hawthorne and he was
was he
loosely
popping
affiliated.
at the time?
I guess once upon his time he was popping at some point in life. He was loosely affiliated to another nigga who was loosely affiliated to Odd Future.
Okay.
And then now Odd Future did have this nigga come I think it was Jasper and Two of these niggas had a podcast, and I think at iHeartRadio or something. These niggas had a podcast for a second, and they brought that nigga on there basically to just like ridicule his ass.
Yeah.
And then the first time I ever met him, he was in my living room just complaining and shit, talking about what he was finna do to Tyler the Creator and all this other shit. Like I've never had a pleasant interaction with that nigga. And then he got mad at Triz over that song. He's like, "Oh, nigga, Triz owes me money," and like I never said shit. It's not my business. I'm like, "Oh, okay, you know, here these niggas go." And then so out of nowhere, then that nigga just started threatening me and shit, and he like fake pulling up, and it was just hella funny. I think that nigga was really just trying to like build up some type of traction or something.
Yeah.
Cause like I said, I guess respectfully, I suppose yes, at one point in time he was somebody to somebody. I never personally saw that shit. And then like I said, his history is very convoluted. Like he tell his history like hella weird. So I don't know what the fuck that nigga ever did. Biggest song of all time though, cause he went on a pretty legendary fucking campaign, nigga, about Triz owing him money for that song. Like he caused problems and shit online and tried to like really get it popping online for like at least 2 to.
Yeah, that's crazy. I didn't see none of that shit, but I think Triz had mentioned it like on our album and maybe in real life to me at the time, but I wasn't familiar of exactly who he was talking about. But yeah, that's crazy, bro. That shit's insane. Cause that was, a big record for y'all. He was probably just trying to get paid. What about the May I track though? I know the beat to that shit was fire. When I first heard it, I'm like, oh shit, this is hard.
The internet wants Flo Milli to know that.
What? The internet wants Flo Milli to what? Fucked up or is mine? I can't hear you. I think this shit cut your mic off. Can you still hear me?
Yeah, so the parents.
Oh my God.
Parents aren't really all that strict. It's like he doesn't hear that shit. I swear to God, I told that bitch that. He needs a strong black tutor. He needs to have that at home. Like, yeah, because he's Asian, nigga.
Nigga said that Asian need a strong black man in the house, bro. Oh,
Nigga,
man.
like,
nigga, that sounded like a stand-up joke, nigga.
Bro, I kid you not, nigga. I swear to God, I'm working on fucking like season 7 of Abbott Elementary. Like, and then too, because they have me at a new school site all the time, nigga. Like one of my school sites, nigga, I had to leave that motherfucker. I asked them to put me on a new case because, nigga, there's a kid that I don't even have to watch. This motherfucker was trying to hit me with a chair for 45 minutes.
This shit is fucking insane, bro.
Because his homie had to go on timeout. I'm like, check this shit out, bro. I get off at 2:09, nigga.
Listen, bro. It's like we were in the middle of the, storyline behind some of these. Yeah, the May I era, but it's like I wish we had comments right now to say where we should go to because we're at the transitional point, really, between fucking Amalgam and then you doing your own thing and making AMB shit. You know what I'm saying? So during this point, do you feel like you're thriving, bro? So during the inception of the motherfucking, the Amalgam deal, you were getting some cool opportunities that you liked type shit. And
yes,
then
and I definitely crafted at least 2. I crafted like 3 fucking classics, nigga, while I was with them, cause I dropped Wild Style with them. Wild Style is supposed to be my debut album. That was supposed to be on CD shelves and shit. And every time we were supposed to, I'm the fucking king of mixtapes because every time we were supposed to go sell some shit, he kept going, "Oh, it's not time." And then that motherfucker turned around and was like, "Oh, you owe me money."
Yeah.
So, but Wild Style is classic. Like that's classic, nigga. All that
people
like
have mentioned
90s,
that shit to me too, bro.
all that 90s, all that fake ass shit that Joey Badass was on. That's where he got it from.
Nigga said
fucking,
Dutch Rebel. Wasn't that bitch from like Boston or something?
Yeah, that's my sis.
I'm over here saying that, bitch. You see what I'm saying, bro? I might have to be out of the podcast game already, bro. A nigga personality is really not meant for TV. But continue.
Yeah, I dropped Wild Style Side A and Side B, and then I dropped fucking Economics, nigga. That is like one of the greatest albums of all time.
I can't even remember Dutch Rebel's songs, but like I remember she used to rap, and I remember trying to get fucking placements, so I just do mad random rapper emails, or I was trying to get shit to
Oh
people.
wow, that's
So
hella funny.
like during during this wild style era, you would say that was the time you were enjoying being on this label. What was the biggest song from this album?
From Wild Style,
Or
the
was it
livest
not
one,
even? Okay, the
the livest
livest
one.
one.
But see, so that's the thing too. Like y'all, you and fucking and Rich and them kind of like got me onto that shit. I was just like, here's another album, nigga. Like y'all kind of got me more on some like singles type shit, cause I was just putting tapes together. So I guess the livest one is the biggest song on there, cause like the whole tape was hella big, but the livest one, cause niggas was like, oh, this is some Nas shit, da 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 da. Like niggas were just literally like, I had niggas literally in the palm of my hand with this boom bap shit.
So the livest one, and well, we could talk about this whole tape.
Mhm. What'd you say?
With this whole tape, what was like this was download era, or was this CD
hmm
era? Which year was this? Let me look. This shit
Fuck.
was probably
2012,
20, oh yeah,
2011.
2013. It say 2013. So
Yeah. So
yeah,
like
so
I said,
damn,
this
this is
nigga.
like the transitional area.
Yes.
This is like the blog era where we dropping shit on NatPiff and SoundCloud coming up, kind of, and shit. Yeah, download. So yeah, this is interesting, bro, because like I got a lot of songs during that time too, and like some of them shits like low key don't count to or nothing no more. If
Yeah.
like it's like, because bro, I was coming up, during this era too. I'm a little younger than you, but like those songs with like Fat Trail and shit, like them shits would premiere on fucking Dat Piff and we'll get paid $0. And then
Exactly.
as time progressed, like yeah, you could throw them on streaming, but like nah, this shit was popping when it came out, bro. Like
Exactly. And yeah, like you said, that was that transition. Like that was when the nigga would have a crazy ass fucking run on Two Dope Boys. Like you would hit every fucking blog, then the label would be like, hey, we want to give you $1,500. Like
yeah.
I kept in this bitch before prove it deals, nigga. They was literally just
Yeah.
paying niggas rent for a month. Like, here you go, nigga. Like, there wasn't no stream recoup, nothing. Cause and
Bruh.
then too, this was the era when I started really like, okay, I gotta professionalize, I got a brand. So I started Googling shit like, how do you get your music on Spotify?
Bro, it's crazy. Like you saying that $1,500 shit, but it's like, bro, all of
Hold on, I'm
my
doing an interview.
it's like, bro, all of my fucking first placements were free pretty much. Just like, all that music like Wild Style and shit is like not as monetizable now because it didn't come out in that era. It's like, nigga, all those beats
Right.
I was doing for niggas in the beginning were just free because them shits were coming out on free platforms. And the biggest shit
Exactly.
about it was like, nigga, we about to make Two Dope Boys and fucking all these blogs and get hella views, and my shit gonna be popping for the day. And this during the era
Exactly.
where like hella niggas about to be talking about it on Twitter too and atting your ass. Your shit was about to
Yeah.
be jumping for the fucking day, the week, bro. That shit, it was a great time, and it was like a terrible time as far as a structure of getting paid.
Exactly, and like you said, nigga, this is when you was like your biggest accomplishment at this time is a platform placement, or even perhaps maybe if you're doing it hella big, then you have an official fucking showcase spot at South by Southwest. Like you're going down to Austin, nigga. You're not on the outskirts, nigga. You're right there downtown, nigga. You're in the actual part of the fucking festival. Cause that was another fucking countless journey on my fucking career climb, is going to some shit. Cause the nigga had it set up in the vicinity of some shit. Like, oh yeah, nigga, we're gonna be at A3C down the street and around the fucking corner, nigga, where nothing is going on.
Bro, yeah, I'm trying to think that I don't even think we've seen each other at A3C or fucking South by Southwest and shit, but I definitely pulled up to them shits too, bro.
See,
That's
and then
definitely
too,
an
cause
era.
my dumb ass, I was out there. I was out there selling weed and shit because I lived in California. I was still staying in my parents' house. Like you said, niggas was doing everything for free. I ain't had no fucking money. So I was still jugging, nigga. I was literally going to do all that shit just to sell weed. Literally, nigga. I was out that bitch like, what's up, nigga? I'm in Sac and we got it.
Nah, real shit, bro. So yeah, the Wild Style era. So where did you record Wild Style at, bro? Where are you recording at during this time period? Who are you
So I
recording
recorded.
with? Are there stories with your label mates on Amalgam? You need a break, bro. We could take a pause, no cap.
No. I'm plugging my daughter's shit in for her real quick. I do got stories. Like, do you know who Dylan Cooper is?
Dylan Cooper, maybe not, nah.
Dylan Cooper is from New York. He was like bubbling and booming and shit too. Part of when my contract went sour, they said that there was some money that I owed them, and they were naming off various random fucking things that I owed them money for. Me and that nigga had kicked it mad tough at one of the fucking A3Cs, and we was buying each other food and shit. Nigga, he had all of
Wait. I do know who Dylan Cooper is, but this is such a buried memory right now that I'm at a loss for words, brother.
yeah. So me and this nigga Dylan Cooper, like nigga, he wore like one of my fucking merchandise shirts or some shit, and then like that nigga let me wear his Yeezys. Like we was kicking it hella hard, and we was buying each other shit. Cause like I had a bag come in, and then he had a bag come in. Like niggas was just like kicking it. But the fucking dude from Amalgam, he had all of those things listed in the expenses recoup when that nigga tried to hold me hostage in the contract. And I'm like, bro, how the fuck did you? How are you asking for money that I spent on Dylan Cooper's fries, nigga?
Bro, oh my God. Nigga
um,
said Dylan Cooper. My
yeah,
mind
that
is
nigga.
fucking blown, bro. I haven't even, bro. I feel like I feel like he either had a song that I seen and I heard and it was like either decent or I was trying to send beats to him or something like that. But I do remember this nigga being a rapper, but you saying his
Mhm.
name and me Googling him was like pulling a fucking memory from so far back, bro. I haven't heard that. That's
I'm
crazy,
telling you,
bro.
bro. I have been around for a long time, nigga. I've seen niggas. I've seen niggas. But yeah, nah,
Nah,
that
I
nigga was
know,
my
bro,
dog.
but that's crazy. Nah,
That
that's
nigga was
funny
my
as
dog.
fuck.
Fucking Kimbe X and Alex Wiley. My manager used to do little sleazy shit, so he would pay niggas to come and waste their fucking time, and he paid Kimbe X and Alex Wiley to fucking to headline the showcase that he was trying to put together that we had. Um, who the fuck else? What else happened in this amalgam time, nigga? There were so many people. Fucking, I'm about to fuck you up, nigga. So check it. A3C still, and I remember I went to that shit like 3 times. So one of them years at A3C, my manager he putting together a weed movie, right? So we stand the fuck outside, we talking to this white dude, and he like, yeah, we was like shooting some shit for the movie, and they was asking us about how we prefer to smoke and all this other shit. And dude's like, yeah, I just signed a Birdman. And I'm like, no, the fuck you didn't. So we do
Don't
our,
say him.
hold on now. So, we do our thing. We do our thing. We get in the van. And my manager, he like, I'm gonna check this dude out. And he said he signed a Birdman. I'm like, that nigga ain't signed a Birdman. And we look at the CD, nigga, and it's got a Cash Money thing on there. And I'm like, this nigga's not signed a Birdman. So nigga, we put the CD in, we jammed that motherfucker the whole time. I'm like, oh damn, this is wild. This nigga's kind of tight. Fast
Yeah.
forward to some years later, nigga. Nigga, I was standing up there talking to this nigga Kasky.
That's my I
And fast
can't
forward, you end up producing for this nigga later.
bro, I can't lie, like I fuck with Kasky, bro, but
That nigga's dope. And it wasn't
yeah,
no hater shit either. I just was like, who the fuck is he? Why is he signing Birdman?
no, I don't know. I forget. Maybe he said how that deal came about and something. He's invited me to a few things that were hella cool and fun, and he's got me paid a bunch of times. So low key, I fuck with Kasky heavy as fuck because he's made me a lot of money compared to other rappers who are supposed to be quote unquote bigger. I'm not gonna lie, he got like a loyal fan base and yeah, bro, it's just kind of crazy. He's had some good ideas that's definitely got me paid.
Yeah, that nigga, he's had a very long running fucking career too. That nigga's been around for a long time.
Yeah, facts. That's funny as fuck that you say that though. A few people have had Kasky stories, but yeah, I fuck with dude. But continuing through the unless you got more shit you want more stories you want to tell, we could get into continuing the transition through that 2015,
Yeah, cause nah,
2016
I'll
era.
be sitting up here talking for like 3 days. Like the nigga, the amalgam shit. Like that could just the amalgam era alone could be its own interview.
Yeah, I mean, shit, we gonna have to get it. We gonna have to do maybe the next pod we do is the amalgam era interview.
Yeah, I'm
Maybe
down with that. Yeah, cause
let's
nigga, like
let's
there's
do
so
that.
many things to talk about. Nigga never had no tour, never had no selling history, nothing. Niggas was really just like in this nigga's car getting to the field, nigga making it happen.
Yeah, and there might be people who end up watching this who are way more familiar with the amalgam era than me because, like I'm telling you, like there have been fans in real life or over social media that have fucking share different things that they liked about your catalog and shit that was before my existence or before me even listening in as
I
closely as
lied.
I do now.
What you saying right now just made me think. I lied. The biggest song from Wild Style was Ches Chit, and I shot that shit in Lower East Side Park, nigga, cause that amalgam took me to the East Coast. I had finally made it to the fucking East Coast, and
So
I was riding down.
so since we here before we get into the amalgam era interview, how was your time on the East Coast? You said you were kicking it with fucking Dylan Cooper. Who else was you kicking it with?
No,
Did you
no, that
meet
was in
Coop?
Atlanta. That was in Atlanta. When
Oh,
I
that was in
came,
Atlanta?
yeah, that was at A3C.
Interesting.
When I came to New York, this is a great story. There was this lady. She later went on to be an A&R, and she got what the fuck is his name? What the fuck is his name? What's them niggas' names? Divine Counsel. She got their ass signed. She A&R'd them. Um, so I'm in New York and we're riding around, nigga. Traffic is ridiculous. Nigga, it's worse than fucking New York. Worse than LA. I did like a couple interviews and shit, but the primary meat of the trip was to go and meet with her because she was trying to like A&R some shit for us. She was trying to get some things popping. So, nigga, we go to a random studio where we are supposed to be working with Large Professor. When we walk in the studio, this nigga Cormega is in there laying a verse. This nigga Large Professor basically was like, who the fuck is this and why you keep bothering me about him? So, like, yeah, have that nigga spit something. So, I write the verse, nigga. I laid a fucking verse on a Cormega song, nigga. Of course they did not keep it, but he came out of the studio and they look and they like, who the fuck is this? And he came out the studio, nigga. They opened up a space. I laid the verse down. That nigga was looking like, hey, who the fuck is this? Nigga, everybody fucked with it. I got a song with Large Professor on the fucking Wild Style album. Like, Wild Style was supposed to be my debut CD. That was supposed to be like my shit. And so
Why
we
did you name
did
it? Why did you name it Wild Style, bro?
just on some 90s shit. Like literally, nigga just was like what can you say? What can you like? You know what I mean? Like, nigga was like, what are you gonna call it? Fucking Wild Style, nigga.
Yo, yeah, yeah,
I tell you,
yo,
bro, shit be so just natural with me. Like literally, that's literally how
yo.
it went. Me and the homie, cause we when we went to Boston and shit, I did a whole tour in Boston. That was part of the East Coast trip. Also, I was stationed in Boston, so for like 40 days before we was doing the New York shit, I was riding all around Boston and like Rhode Island and all that shit. And like yeah, me and the homie, we was just like I don't remember what tape I had dropped. I dropped the tape and then we were working on and preparing ideas for a Wild Style. Crown Me King. I dropped some shit called Crown Me King, and it was blowing the fuck up on the internet. And when I was sitting with the homie, he had his camera out. We was just sitting up there and I did some like Method Man ass type of rap on the super 90s beat. I'm like, I'm gonna do a 90s album. And that nigga like, what you gonna call it? Nigga Wild Style. Like literally, that's how it went. Hell excited and shit. I'm doing the bop and shit. I'm like, nigga, I'm finna come out with a 90s album. Nigga looking like a Wu-Tang generator and shit.
So I'm looking at when we do the amalgam era interview, we got. So wait, when did Watching the Throne come out? Before Amalgam?
One more time.
Watching the Throne came out before Amalgam?
It came out with them, through them. It was a mixtape, yeah.
Okay, so the
Cause
Amalgam era includes Wild Style, it includes Crown
it
Me King,
started with
Watching the Throne.
It started with Watching the Throne and Crown Me King.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Or
I see that. No, them what
yeah.
Crown Me King say 2012, Wild Style say 2012, Ches the Tape Sounds says
Hey, get
2012.
out of there. She pooped in your room. I got vacuumed up.
My
Ches
nigga's
the
a
Tape.
full-time father and
Hell yeah.
pet owner.
Ches the Tape is a sleeper. Cause so there's a mixtape. Don't go look at it. Watch out. There's a mixtape called Animal Planet by the Demolition Men out of the Bay Area, and like it's like fucking gospel to us. Like that tape is super instrumental to like niggas driving cars fast and just being how we are. And Ches the Tape is my contribution to that culture. It is supposed to be a Demolition Men mixtape. We recorded that shit in my baby mom's closet. Me and my cousin was on virtual DJ. We did all the scratches and the drawbacks and the brr. We did all of that shit in the closet, nigga, for like 4 days. Dropped the shit on Two Doughboys. Nobody fucking understood what I was doing. They literally fucking Crown Me King or whatever, like whatever came out first, they're like, oh shit, this nigga's going places. Nigga, I dropped that. They're like, where the fuck did you go? Like, nigga, you've already lost your sauce, nigga. What's happening?
That is so interesting. Why exactly do you feel like you got that response? And that's what the comments was saying on the blogs?
Mm-hmm. Like,
Oh,
niggas
okay.
just didn't understand that tape. They didn't understand what I was doing with it. They, like, especially too, cause like all the beats are other people's beats. So niggas was leaving comments like, I don't like this beat. And I'm like, nigga, you don't realize that this is Lil Wayne? Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
That's funny as fuck.
And then, and then another good transitional point to get out of the Amalgam era. When I did get out of that, I did an album with these dudes from Germany called the Southsack Mac. And, so that the Amalgam era fucked that up too, cause I had a sponsorship with LRG Europe. We had to wait a long time to be able to put that album out and put all the content out for it. And by the time we did, like the sponsors didn't really give a fuck like that anymore.
Okay, hold on. This is
that is why I went to Europe. I went on a tour in Europe for the Southsack Mac album.
This is a good all right, yeah, this is a good notch in the timeline that I didn't have because I remember this album now. This might be the point where we actually start getting locked in, where we're communicating a little bit more. Because this is the first album that I see you actually promoting type shit.
Yeah, and then that was my introduction to Below System. And if I'm not mistaken, yes, I think around in that time, that was when I got a random fucking email from you with some beats. And I was like, what the fuck going on? Who is this nigga?
Yup, that's because that nigga Coop had told me about you and shit. We used to definitely run ideas past each other and shit and make a whole bunch of shit, especially during like when Eli McFly had me and shit and we was in New York with it, you feel me? So fucking crazy era. So in 2014, 2015, you're transitioning from Amalgam to doing your own thing with the independent label Below System. And so how was your experience with the Southsack Mac album? So this is where you went on tour in Europe and all that shit. And what was the notable moments and songs from that album? What's the storyline behind that?
Just Do You was super notable because I had a blue feature. I'm not gonna tell the story of when I met him because I ain't gonna do him like that, and it kind of wasn't really his fault. But when I met him, it wasn't that great of a time. But that is the homie though. He's a super solid dude. I had a song with Blue on there. Niggas was tweaking off that. They're like, oh shit, nigga, 'cause especially in Sac, Blue is hella big for us. And then again, like I said, so this is still like kind of like that era. Other than that song, the whole project in itself was just like big. It was hella big. And then it was like a large ass testament to the city as well, because whether niggas want to admit it or not, so everybody want to rap like Mozzie now because that's what like the most influential shit is. And then there's a couple other people that I'm not naming. But at this point, like we didn't really have too many, like we didn't have any type of icon or we didn't have shit to copy and paste. And so when I dropped this shit, nigga, everybody was trying to be on some boom bap shit. Nigga, everybody was trying to be on their MC. And then then a few years after that, then Mozzie blew up, and then it started to transition, and it never came back. But now niggas have just been trying to kill each other since. It's been like 18 years.
So JR and PH7, who were those niggas?
How the fuck did they find me? I don't even remember how they found me. The niggas just emailed me and was like, "We want to do an album with you," and I'm like, "Oh shit, word." I think they see me on the blog or some shit, and we did a few songs. And then them niggas was like, "What do you think about doing an album?" I'm like, "Fuck it, let's run it." And because of the creative space that I was in, fucking smoking weed out of my girlfriend's fucking closet at her mom's house, I was like, "Nigga, I'm about to do the South Sac Mac." And like that album is about me growing up in fucking 7th and 8th grade. Like it's about me growing up before high school.
Interesting. That's crazy. So what gave you the I guess motivation to be so collaborative with the people who may reach out, especially producers, bro? Like, even fucking with me and just everybody else that you've rocked with, you feel me? You definitely somebody who will put producers on or definitely give them their credit and whatever, they need to make it a cohesive process.
I was so inclined to collaborating with niggas because they wasn't from Sac. And it was just like, it's like this fucking like crabs and apples in a bucket ass mentality in town. And then so like anything, cause a lot of I had a few beefs or whatever you want to call that shit. A lot of that shit was because like there was a producer from Sac named Lee Bannon, and he went on to be like hella extra experimental. He kind of pioneered a few of these like experimental ass production types that niggas are on today. But he was a really, really big producer, especially at that time. Like he left Sac to go fucking produce for Pro Era and shit. Like he moved to Brooklyn to go be Joey the Badass's producer. I was the only person, this came out of somebody else's mouth, not mine. I was the only person who could get that dude to sit down and release an album. Like hell, the people were trying to work with him. Hell, the niggas was trying to get motion going on with him. The nigga took me on numerous burnt missions. I went to LA a few times and wasted money and gas. But my project came out before anyone else's project came out, and then it was fucking premiered by 2 Dope Boys and all this extra shit. So that shit made a lot of problems for me because people couldn't access those things, and it's hella like that out here. Anytime you do anything, then the nigga's gonna go run and try to do it also. So that literally was my motivation. Like, oh, who is this Montage nigga? Where's he from? He's from New York? Oh, bet, nigga. Bet. None of these Sac niggas will have the same type of beats. None of these Sac niggas will accidentally rap over my beat, because that was a couple of issues. I did a project with a nigga from Boston. He had sent some beats to some random niggas from Sac because they reached out to him and shit. Like, oh yeah, we see you working with Chuuwee. These niggas, he sent them a beat pack. One of the beats in there I had, the nigga was like, "Oh, I don't give a fuck him." And then so he told me, he's like, "Oh, I told this nigga that you have that beat," and he said he didn't care. And I was like, "Oh, okay, well, fuck it, I don't give a fuck either." Then them niggas tried to start a beef about it. So, you know what I mean? So I literally was like, yeah, okay, cool, this nigga's not from town, ain't nobody gonna burn out. I used to always be like, blowing up the spot. Like, somebody always blowing up the spot, or fucking up the plug. And so, like, none of these weird-ass niggas out here who ain't really finna be a rapper in 5 years, you can't hit this nigga up and hound him and fuck up my groove. None of these niggas over here in, producing out of Germany, they don't know who the fuck you are. They emailed me, nigga, like, let's get this shit popping, nigga. These niggas ain't from in town, they really doing something. You ain't never been to Germany, nigga, fuck you, I'm finna rock with them.
Yeah. No, I feel that for sure. So, after the South Sac Mac, the next project that's notable would be what? Is there anything else that's in the between time between AMB 1? Oh, well, AMB 1 came out in
After South Sac
2014,
Mac,
so it looked like that shit might have came out before South Sac Mac, but yeah.
yeah, because we had to wait hella long for the label to get off my back. And that's why AMB came out, because, like I said, I wasn't allowed to release music. They was snatching down my Bandcamp. I couldn't have a SoundCloud, nothing. Like, niggas was literally emailing me like, you are a liability to the website. You cannot have access to the website. So I was at this point where I was literally like, okay, damn, I cannot release music. Like, legally, I'm not allowed to release music, because when I do, they say that they own it, and then they're cease and desisting me.
Yeah.
that was around the time too. I was doing random shit. I was like just going outside and shit because niggas was they knew about me from blogs and this, that, and the third. So, you know, I'd be out in Colorado, whatever, working with niggas. Shout out to my nigga Shay Money, rest in peace. Um, that this was when around the time Triz had hit me up, and when he hit me up, he told me that he was Brother Lynch's son, and I felt like if I didn't do the song with him, then it'd be disrespectful. I fucking ran into him a few times outside, and then I was back in Cali. He came to my house one time. I went to his house like 2 times, and like I was just sitting there chopping it up with him and Ace one day, and them niggas are like, we should do an album, and I'm like, well, fuck it, nigga, because like I can't release music, so like fuck it, whatever. Like, I literally did not give a fuck. I had no idea that it would be a big thing. I had no aspirations of making it what it became. Like, I literally was just depressed and was like, nigga, they might try to take it down. And he was like, fuck it, I'll upload it. And I was like, all right, fuck it. Like, why not? And then, so the name AMB even, me and my cousin are like hella big ass MF Doom fans. The name AMB came because in the midst of me going through all this shit with the label, I was about to change my fucking name so that I could release music. And I was going to come out with a fucking album called America's Most Blunted under the name Ante Hunt. And it was a homage to a fucking, to a Madlib song, a Mad Villain song. Fucking MF Doom and Madlib have a song called America's Most Blunted. That's where that shit came from. It was a solo project that I was going to work on. And then just that one day I went to that nigga's house and was like, actually, you know what? I have an idea for an album.
Interesting. So that's what led to the first AMB. Now, the first AMB that we was just discussing, Nothing at All, I believe that is the biggest song from there. But is there anything throughout the AMB run, I believe y'all dropped one. So I don't think I had any beats on AMB 1, but I had a bunch or a handful on
Ace,
2 and 3.
Ace did all the beats on AMB 1, and then I know I probably dropped some other little random shit, but like AMB 2 is when all of us, like, that was when me and you was still starting to lock in hella hard. That was when me and Rich was locked in hella hard, because I think we might have either been working on or released the bag around before AMB 2. That was AMB 2 was when niggas really started like, okay, nigga, we are rappers. So I've always been like that. You know what I mean? I've always been like, oh no, I rap. What do you do for a living? I rap. I've always been like that. But like I said, that was the point when I knew for sure though. Like I was like, okay, I'll always have my fucking rent. My baby mom don't got to deliver the newspapers no more. And then like, nigga, we're good. We're fucking Gucci.
Yeah. So okay, so that's like the year you felt that way because you've had the experience from Amalgam, then you've had South Sac Mac, now you got the AMB series going on.
I'm finally getting full momentum because in the AMB, it took so long for me to realize what was happening. Like, nigga, we were doing shows, we were making merchandise and shit, and I was just so out of it that I was just like, okay, yeah, for sure. Like, I didn't even realize that niggas were culminating a fucking, that shit is low-key like some internet fucking, Hall of Fame type shit. You know what I mean? Like, that shit is iconic for people, and I never knew that it would have that effect, nor did it took me at least 2 or 3 years to realize that was happening. Especially, too, we started doing shows with, like Sean Healy and shit, and, like, actual promotion niggas. And I'm like, oh, okay, nigga, like, this might be something. This is kind of cool.
Yeah, damn. So, like, you got AMB 1 in 2014, you got South Sac Mac in 2015, you got America's Most Blunted 2 in 2016, and then you also have like Sabbath, which we're gonna get to a little later when we talk about the trilogy in 2017, but we also have AMB 3 in 2018. So we have like a mixture of Chuuwee solo projects and Chuuwee collab projects that are pretty much going crazy, and a bunch of them are kind of classic, you know, from on the streaming side now. Like, we could see it now. You know, other stuff was more download. You know, you had other shit that came out during the era where shit was free, like on blogs and shit. So now that Spotify and shit is booming and you can kind of see plays and a lot of this shit is up online on Spotify with a lot of plays now. We got a bunch of projects, bro. So we got the AMBs, we got Sabbath, we got Purgator, we got the Money Bag with my nigga Rich Icy, and then that leads to Nephilim, and I like got a bunch of beats sprinkled throughout on like, you know, a bunch of these, all of these. I got a bunch of beats with Rich on that project too. I'm mad this nigga, like that nigga just went and produced the whole thing and acted like I didn't make some of those beats, but I respected it.
Nah, I probably did that though, cause like I said, I just hit him up and was like, "Nigga, I'm gonna make an album." He was like, oh, "Okay, bet," cause we never even. I had like randomly maybe a year ago got like a $300 fucking deposit from whatever the fuck. Who did I upload that with? I can't remember their name. I hate them. Oh yeah, I remember their name. I ain't gonna do them like that. I had to hit that nigga up like multiple times. I'm like, bro, like they never paid us for that. Like we never got any type of money for that shit. The recoup just never came.
That's
And then
crazy.
when it did, it was like $300, like randomly one time. And I'm like, okay, nigga, this is out of control.
Yeah, that's wild.
But it was literally like maybe 6 or 7 years after release it came out. The fucking the deposit came randomly one day. I'm like, nigga, this is hella weird.
Yeah, that's insane, bro. So what's the most notable moments in projects throughout your run throughout the mid, 2015 leaving Amalgam, making AMB, making Southside Mac, making all those solo projects like Nephilim later, fucking Sabbath in 2017. What's your process then? You feel like you're a rapper now, you are a rapper now, you're getting a bunch of streams on streaming. Hopefully you getting paid for most of them shits, and I know you ran a couple bags up, especially by the time that I was around you.
Yeah, that's when niggas was finally able to sell shit. It's like you said, I'm like Googling how you get your music on Spotify, how do you do this, how do you do this, and then that's when I got control of the fucking Apple Music app, I got control of the Spotify app. Because of all this shit that I went through with the record label, I thought that like fuck it, nigga, like I just need to do things for myself. And so I was literally just like kind of over applying that shit. I'm like, how do you do everything? Like there has to be a way to do everything. I can't possibly have to have a nigga do all of this stuff for me. Like there's no possible fucking way at all that I can't just put my shit on Spotify. There has to be a way. And then that's when I fucking like got inclined to digital distribution. And I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, nigga, you can't do this shit by yourself. So
Yeah.
with the magnitude of shit that I had already done and all the work, like I'm just very good at working hella hard. Like I'm just hella good at making large magnitudes of music. That's just what I do. I was like, fuck it, nigga, we're uploading all of this shit. And at some point it should pop off somewhere.
The songs definitely fucking did. Like, continuing on though in the story, bro. So going into fucking like 2020 and shit, we working more heavy and fucking seeing each other in real life type shit. So since you just dropped Third Sabbath, when you made the first Sabbath, I just fucking peeped like earlier today that I had a beat that I didn't even know I had on the first Sabbath. I believe I have 4 beats on the joint. And yeah, when you started this series, what type of vibe were you on? I seen the post about just how you working hard and shit, and that's like normal for you. You work all 7 days of the week. So when you made the first Sabbath, did you see it as something that was gonna go into a trilogy?
No, but I wanted it to be my biggest project because initially what I had planned was it was going to feature everybody from Sacramento. Everybody. But I couldn't do that though. And then, so all of the features from it though, every single person on that album is from Sac. So I just did that. I was like, fuck it, I'm just do that then. Every feature will only be a Sac person. But I had like very, very large plans for that album because I wanted it to be my biggest album. I wanted it to be as big as Super Supreme.
Okay, I got you. Yeah, I had fucking like I got a playlist with all my fucking shit. Well, I mean all the placements that I have that are on streaming and Self Assured, Grandmaster, and What is that shit? Pattaya? How do you even pronounce
Yeah,
that word? I don't
Pattaya.
even know. Yeah,
So
Pattaya, but
Pattaya is a fucking Drake did Passion Fruit. Pattaya is a fucking it's a re-rendition of fucking Passion Fruit by Drake. Like it is literally intended to be recorded and rapped over that song. It was written to and practiced over Passion Fruit by Drake. And then like just
gotcha.
for some reason, nigga, that beat, I'm like, damn, this sounds like Passion Fruit. So
Yeah, I
and
didn't
Pattaya
realize.
is in the Passion Fruit family. It's a random fucking fruit.
Nah, I get it. I didn't realize till earlier today when I was about to, look at the storyline behind the Sabbath series that I had produced Open Mic too. So yeah, I gotta go claim my royalties to that shit, man. But but hell yeah, bro. So that transition to working hardly working, and we're working pretty heavily during working hardly working. I
Yeah, you
I
can get it.
I produced fucking cleansing on there, I think, and maybe something else. I don't know. I gotta look. But throughout this whole series, do you think you're gonna continue it after the third Sabbath? What was notable to you about working hardly working? Cause I know that had a few jams on there too.
Working Hardly Working was a fucking I did an album for a company that gave me a stream advance.
Okay.
And I thought that shit was so because of how big Sabbath was, I made that Sabbath 2 because I was hoping that shit was gonna like I was hoping that shit was gonna blow the fuck up and the recoup would like go away faster. So like that one, I kind of feel like it's like a bootleg ass part two, and I don't really
Yeah.
too much acknowledge that one so much. There's some good ass songs on there, but and I still worked on it the same way I would any other album. Like I didn't kind of just throw that shit out. Woo, here it is. But it wasn't received well. But then at the same time, that was around when COVID was about to start, and it just did not do what I wanted it to do. And
Yeah.
then I became interested in the idea of the third Sabbath because of fucking one of the songs that I was doing when I was working on that shit. I was like, damn, this shit giving me Sabbath vibes. I'm like, okay, fuck it, nigga, I'm gonna do third Sabbath.
Yeah.
And two,
Nah, I
like I
feel it.
said, it was hope that it would be big because that was when I first started working with kids and shit. I'm like, okay, yeah, nigga, like before I go, nigga, I would like to at least have one more fucking parade.
Yeah, yeah, nah, and a bunch of the production on Third Sabbath is handled. Well, I produced the whole
He
thing
called me.
pretty
Oh
much,
shoot,
but
he's gonna come tomorrow. My bad. What you
but
say?
yeah, nah, you good, bro. During this album and shit. So what are your favorite songs off the album? Because it hasn't been out that long, so there isn't really fan favorites. But I see Gestation been going up. We put Biggest in the Room on the ML Club compilation too, so that's been doing its thing. So what songs do you like off of there? Do you plan on doing further videos and promotion for the project? Like, what's on your
Yeah,
mind?
I got hella commercials and shit. I got hella shit on the hard drive. I just gotta wait because my homegirl is doing all the editing. She got kids and shit too. But no,
Yeah.
dude, I have hella stuff, nigga. I have hella content. I have some commercials. I got a video for Acid Rain. Um, I could look drop that one actually right now. This is probably the second or third time for an album where I feel like I made a joint where there's nothing you can skip. Like
Yeah.
I kind of fuck with all of the songs because like I could literally just play the shit through. It's short enough to do it too. I could play that shit through and I don't skip anything. And two, I'm hella fascinated by the sequence. I think the sequence of that bitch is fire, man. Cause like the sequencing is like a fucking OCD for me. Like I'm always like, damn, it's not flowing right. I think this album
Yeah.
fucking flows, nigga. It flows hella well.
Nah, Acid Rain is one of my favorite joints from the project. That beat is kind of fire. I was sleeping on that joint until I listened to it when it actually came out and shit, and
Nah,
one of
that's
the
my shit right there.
homies posted it.
Are you hungry?
Yeah, but nah, I was gonna get into the MLM Club era and that's Inception, but if we doing the Amalgam era, we might as well do the MLM Club era
Yeah,
interview,
exactly.
man.
Nah, cause nigga, I was just telling the story about that the other day when we rented that 12-hour session. Like, no,
Yeah,
niggas was really running shit down, nigga. The MLM era is big. Niggas was really running shit down, nigga. We was outside spending money on art, nigga.
that's what I'm saying. And it's still continuing. We got so much more to do. So, I mean, we could go on forever, but I think we got a good chunk of the information out, man. Just know Third Sabbath is out. Keep streaming that shit. You know what I'm saying? Is there anything you want to say before we peel the fuck out? Is there any plans you got for the year? I know we got 3 albums lined up, so I'm waiting on you to send the second one. So what's going on, brother?
Oh yeah. I'm gonna get that shit finished up.
Is there a storyline between these 3 albums? You got
Yes.
anything people can expect?
Yes. So Third Sabbath is reflective of me being re-enlightened. Don't what? Okay. Yeah, you good? Go ahead. Third Sabbath is reflective of me being re-enlightened. Like I'm back in that good space. I'm back in my bag. Fucking resources and all other various fucking things from life that you need are flowing directly into my hands. The next 2 albums are reflective of how I had to get to that space. So like it's kind of fake. It's kind of fake in reverse. Like this is like a prelude to how I feel now. So like right now I'm great. It's fantastic. These next 2 albums, it was how a nigga had to get great. Cause it was a very, very dark fucking time, especially in Loathing. And
Oh,
Loathing
I
is
was about
probably
to say, is that coming up? Because, bro, nah, is so tough, bro. That's what I'm saying.
so.
Like, I was about to leak that shit on you, bro.
I'm always telling niggas it's more show, more woe, more money, more problems, fear, less, and loathing. Life is too long, and taxes. That's the
Wow,
storyline. So those are the next
gotcha.
ones. And yeah, like Fearless is done. I just got to re-record it. And Loathing is mastered. Life is Too Long is in production. It's almost done. And then in taxes, I'm just like playing around with this idea still. But yeah, all of these albums are a flow, and they're a flow of my life. It's literally like shit was just bad. My life was fucked up for a second, not because of drugs or anything like that. Thank Jesus. Like I was hella displaced. I was becoming a fucking co-parent, and I had to get to it, and it was just very depressing and sad for me. And I've documented my fucking emotions and my mind state. It was really literally like, I'm finna quit rapping, nigga. It's over with for all this stupid shit. This is not doing anything. Don't waste time. Hold on. It was like me just overthinking this shit about niggas ain't checking for your music, nigga. You've never done this. You never had a record deal. Da, 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 da. Like I was just doing way too much fucking thinking about things. But I documented that shit. I documented every one of those emotions and expressions so that I could share that shit with people. And then too, just in the irony of my fucking creative timeline, that fit my timeline as well. There's always high moments and there's always dark moments if you follow the timeline of my stories and my albums.
For real, bro. Like, everything is a part of the story and shit. I've heard most of the albums. I don't know what you're gonna come up with new to add to them. And, the ones that are incompleted, I haven't heard. But, like, the next couple definitely have a crazy roller coaster of emotions, and I think the people who appreciate your versatility are gonna appreciate that, brother. So, is there
Yeah,
anything else you want to say? Oh yeah,
it's like
bro,
my
got more.
lemonade.
Let's get it.
It's like my lemonade. And then I'm telling you something, nigga. This is my life, nigga. This is my life in 4K, nigga. Lifetime rhymes me, nigga.
Nah, no cap, bro. But shit, if you want to sign off there, we outro, bro. This shit probably like an hour and a half, so we
Hell
should be
yeah, it's
good
like
money.
49 minutes. Yeah, no, I'm
Yeah,
down. And like I said, cause shit, I actually high key probably do it like that. We could do like multiple different eras.
yeah. I'm about to stop this shit right now. Oh yeah, we tapping out, bro. The Money Montage Show, low key, episode 1, but no more podcasts coming back, or we renaming this shit. We might have to rename it. I'm not sure.
Nah,
When No
I
More
say we
Rappers
just
3 coming out? What's going
yeah,
on?
nigga. Oh yeah, I gotta
We
finish
make
that.
we make it episode 3 next time when we do the Amalgam era.
Nigga, shit, I'm with it. I think we should just keep calling that shit No More Podcast.
Oh, yeah,
Especially with the way
exactly.
shit going now, nigga.
Yeah,
Niggas,
episode 3 coming out in a couple
niggas
weeks, man.
podcasts
Stay
is getting
tuned.
shut down, police, all this crazy shit happening on the podcast, nigga. No more podcasts, nigga. Quit telling on yourself.
Say no more. We tapping out, man. We gonna holla
Yes,
at
sir.
y'all.